Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Kenny's Movie Palace. These are all movie reviews, and these are all the ones that I've watched on physical media, not to mention the ones on Tubi that I will write a list and go down in a future video. But I just want to, I had a whole stack of them. I'm not kidding you, a whole stack of them, and it's nice when you're buying movies, and then you just watch them because you're a movie lover. So I got three stacks of movies I watched, not to mention, like I said, the ones on Tubi. So let's get at it. First one is a fun revisit. We went to see this in the movies, me, my mom, and my brother, when it first came out in 1992. This is Captain Ron. This is a really fun one. The little guy right here, he was me and my brother call him Shmooey on the nanny. So it was cute to see him little back then, but Brighton, he was Brighton on the nanny, but as Mama called him Shmooey. So yeah, it was fun to see this. But this was a really good one. The chemistry between Martin Short and Kurt Russell was really funny. He inherits a boat from his dead uncle, and Paul Anka, of all people, are try to swindle him and get the worst captain that they can get, so they get a local captain in Captain Ron. So you guys have probably seen it before, but this was a really good review, a good revisit. Another one I just seen for the first time, probably since 1987 when it came out. And I remember seeing a lot of these. I went to see in the movies in the 80s and 90s when it was like very inexpensive. And this was My Best Friend's a Vampire. This was really funny, really nice callback to renting it and going to see it in the movie. So I haven't seen this in like at least 30 years. So this was a really good callback. Next one up, never seen this one before, and I can't believe I didn't see it as much as I liked Jackie Chan, and that was Shanghai Noon. I never seen either one of them. I have Shanghai Nights. I haven't watched that yet, but this was a really good, fun movie. I'm not the biggest Owen Wilson fan. He's got that voice, that nasal voice, but I like Jackie Chan in this, and this was really good. Next one, this was a total waste of time. Gold Diggers. This will not be making my shelf. I did not like this at all. It has the kid from Boy Meets World in it, and this was Ian Ziering's wife. This is a complete piece of garbage. I wasted 87 minutes on that. Speaking of wasting time, I did not like this at all. Wander Darkly. They were the most two unlikable people in the world, and I won't give any spoilers away on it. But I did not like this. This will not be making my shelf. Another one. This was really good. I did enjoy this one, and this was Argento's Dracula. I really like this. I thought Rutger Hauer, there's Rutger Hauer right there. I thought this was very good. I remember seeing this. I think it was on the IFC channel when I had AMC Plus, but this was turn it the right way. This was really good. I did enjoy this one. This is a new pickup. I just got what's today? Wednesday, Monday. I picked this up on Monday, and I watched it immediately. And this was thanks to my buddy Sean from Movie Assault. I'll put his listing down below. He picked up the Hulk series like I did, and then he picked up the movies. And here is two of the movies: the Incredible Hulk Returns and The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. Now this is fun because the Incredible Hulk Returns has the first invention of Thor in these TV movies, and then this one has the character Daredevil. Now, I seen this. These came out in '88 and '89. I remember seeing it, but it didn't stick with me. But man, these were a fun revisit to watch again. I had a blast watching this, and I will watch this again. But man, so many memories watching this. So I'm looking forward. I haven't gotten through disc 2 of the TV series yet. So this is another one that I seen movies in the movies the opening weekend, and this was Red Heat. When I was a cook, we used to call this. We used to make fun of all the Arnold movies, and we used to call this Red Meat. And then we used to do impressions of Arnold on the line, you know. So this was really funny. Jim Belushi was great in this movie. This was the Jim Belushi hot period when he had this one, Taking Care of Business, which I highly recommend, and Mr. Destiny, another one I highly recommend. He had a very good 1990 because those two movies. This was '89, and then those two movies came out in 1990. So Mr. Destiny and Taking Care of Business, and of course this one. This one I remember watching on the Sci-Fi Channel, and this is the Dungeons and Dragons movie. I like this. It was, a good one-time watch. Well, second time watch because I've watched it. I watched it already years ago. When did this come out? Can't read it. My eyesight's not great, and the printing on these are so darn small. I want to say like 90s, maybe mid 90s. This came out, but this was a good revisit. I had a good time with this one. Now my IFC movies. This movie was absolutely fantastic. It's called The Escape, and this has Gemma Arterton and Dominic Cooper. If you've ever dealt with depression or a loss of a loved one, this movie is a very, very tough watch. I'll be up and honest with you. I've had problems since my mom died, and boy, this was a really tough watch. It was a beautiful movie. The husband right here, he is she's dealing with a very bad depression, and her husband just basically ignores her and just basically forces himself upon her for sex and thinking everything's okay in the world, and she just completely loses it. This is a really remarkable movie. It's on the Hamilton book, as Alan would say, not a sponsor. But this movie is really good. Please go seek this out if you can. This is called The Escape, and it's an IFC film. A movie that I watched when I was a little kid, but this was another one that I just revisited, and this is Night Passage with Jimmy Stewart. It seemed like a lot of the cowboy movies all had like a certain kind of template that they all stayed to, and they just added like insert Jimmy Stewart or insert John Wayne or insert this person. But I really had a good time watching this again. Like I said, I probably hadn't watched the other one in like 45 years because I remember watching it with my mom and my dad when I was a little kid. But that was a good one, Night Passage. Next one up, I revisited this one again. I think I reviewed this a while ago, and I like her. There's something about her that I really like. Nia Vardalos. I think she's adorable. And yeah, my opinion hasn't changed on this one. She really tries hard, and she's so damn cute. She's one of those girls that you just want to. She is adorable. I really find her attractive. So that was a slight miss for me. It was the ultimate rom-com, but I had a good time with it. This one is one of my personal favorites growing up. The Incredible Mr. Limpet. I watched this twice last week. This is so good. And a little food for thought that I just found this out a couple weeks ago. Mr. Limpet was in the 1989 version of Little Mermaid. If you look hard, if you look it up on the Google, he the animator who did animation for Mr. Limpet was on the Walt Disney team of animators, and he loved that movie so much he put Mr. Limpet in the squall scene where Flounder's on the bottom, and then like all the fish are around, and you'll see Mr. Limpet right there, and he's also in another scene behind seaweed. So if you look it up on the Google, you'll find it, because I after I looked at it, I found it on the Google. So all right, next up, this is from I've been watching like a lot of the movie. See, that's, I don't buy movies just to buy movies. I buy movies to watch them. So this was another one that I bought from the Kino sale. And this is Naked Alibi with Gene Barry. He was from War of the Worlds. God, I can't talk. This is from 1954. This was a really good movie. I recommend this one. I believe it's on the Tubi. If you have the Tubi, you can watch this. It's either on Tubi or YouTube. But I highly recommend this. It's a really film noir movie. Another one that I watched. I went to see this in the movies when it first came out, and this was a repeat. And this was Quick and the Dead with a young DiCaprio. And this was at the pinnacle, I think, of Sharon Stone. What was this, 92? It was either 91 or 92. But yeah, this was a fun revisit. Russell Crowe was so good in this. Same with Gene Hackman. All right, next one up is a movie called Laid to Rest. This was a really good movie also. It's somebody, they kidnap these teen girls and put them in caskets in funeral homes. And it's basically sort of like a Saw kind of thing, where they're trapped in the room and they can't get out. But this is the unrated version. And they do have this on Tubi, so if you want to watch that. But this, I really enjoyed this one to watch again. And it has Bobby Sue Luther. And that's her right there. This was another revisit, and I wanted to watch it again. And this is such a classic. The producers with Zero Mostel and Gene Wilder. There's nothing more to say about this. Springtime for Hitler. It's so good, and I like in the first 10 minutes how Zero Mostel is like romancing these like old, like 70 and 80-year-old women to get money to finance his plays. Really good. This was one I got from Hamilton Book. And this is called The Last Victim. Has Ron Perlman in it. I really enjoyed this one. A lot of people are giving a lot of shit to it, saying it's really bad. I really liked it. I thought the performances were good, and Ron Perlman is the sheriff. I really enjoyed that. The scene in the diner is awesome. You got to check that scene out in the diner, and that, I think that's like the first 10 minutes of the movie. But this was really good. This will be a keeper. What is this one? Oh, this one was okay. I really liked this one too, and this was from the Kino sale. This was like one of those blind buys, and this was what is it? The Light at the Edge of the World with Kirk Douglas and Yul Brynner. This was a really good one to watch. I had never seen this, and I just seen the trailer, so I thought this was really good. I haven't gone through all the special features yet, but I intend to. This was really good. I'd recommend you pick this one up. I don't think this is on any streaming. Another one, my buddy Stuart, I'll leave a link down below. He has a very good channel. He does like reviews and pickups too. And damn you, Stuart, you got me hooked on Westerns again. And this was another one. I don't know if he brought this one up, but this was one that I had seen years ago, and I just decided to pick this up. And it's Kirk Douglas and John Wayne in War Wagon. So as you can see, I have a bunch of cowboy movies I've been watching. So this was really good too. Another one. This was another one Stuart had recommended, and this is Against All Flags with Maureen O'Hara. And Anthony Quinn. I do not remember Maureen O'Hara looking so darn good. I mean, she was a beautiful woman, but man, she really looked great in this movie. And this is a really fun one. And I didn't know that Anthony Quinn and Maureen O'Hara did a lot of movies together. And because the only one I had seen prior, well, of course, I seen Maureen O'Hara in Miracle on 34th Street and Quiet Man, and of course, Only the Lonely with John Candy. But I didn't know that she was being reunited with Anthony Quinn in this movie. So that was a good one. This one, absolutely loved. And this is called Man in the Shadow. I might have did a review on this earlier. But Man in the yeah, I did do a review because I was talking about Jeff Chandler's walk. He kind of like moseys, as my uncle said. But this is a really good one. This was part of the Kino sale too, and I love Orson Welles. What a mind. I watched 3 of the 4 of these. I watched, of course, I watched A Man Called Sledge with Jim Garner. I watched McKenna's Gold, and I watched The Man from Laramie with Jimmy Stewart. I haven't watched Mountain Men yet. That has Charlton Heston and Brian Keith. I haven't seen that one yet. But all 3 of these ones are really good. I recommend. And this was on a set from Amazon. It was only $5. This was a revisit. I love the Dennis Quaid version, but the Jimmy Stewart version was so much better. And this is Flight of the Phoenix. This is such a classic. Another one that I revisited, and I love this movie. The chemistry between Dean Martin and John Wayne in this movie, and a young Ricky Nelson, is so good. The part where this was, I believe, Dean Martin's comeback movie. I believe. Don't hold me to that. But they didn't think he would do anything without Jerry Lewis. And boy, were they wrong. Such a talented guy. And then the scene where they're in the cabin and he's just singing, and Ricky Nelson just picks up where he's going along. And who's the other guy? Oh, Walter Brennan. Walter Brennan. That's my Walter Brennan impression, everybody. Yeah, I'll get them. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll get them. So he's in. They lock him up in jail and for being drunk all the time. Walter Brennan in this one because he's John Wayne's right hand man. I think they were best friends in real life too. But this movie is, if you like westerns, you'll love this movie. Another movie that I really liked when I was a kid, Operation Petticoat. This was a really good revisit. Really enjoyed watching this one. And with Cary Grant and Tony Curtis. My mom loved Tony Curtis. I think that's why we watched a lot of Tony Curtis movies growing up. This one, I love Charles Bronson. This was totally different from anything that Charles Bronson does. In this one, him and this guy, Ellen DeLona, this is one of those Italian movies that a lot of the actors did early to get like established. And they team up to basically steal money out of this safe, but they get locked in over Christmas vacation. And then they, like, guards check in like once a day, so they have to hide up in this like roof. It's like a stall ceiling, and they like lay on top of there until the guards come back out again. But this was a really good, like I said, this when you're cheap on Kino Lorber, you look at the trailers and you watch the trailers, and then you figure it out. But this was really good. Farewell, Friend. Good one. This one was another one of the Kino ones that was really good, and this is called Kill a Dragon with Jack Palance. I'm trying to be vague on here because I want you to watch them. I'll tell you if they suck or not. But this was another good one, and I knew Jack Palance did like cowboy movies and stuff like this, but in this one, it's not a cowboy one. It's one of the Italian movies, where they go overseas and make make mucho money because they can't get like American support for it. All right. Speaking of movies that really disappointed me, The Good German. I remember when this came out, and this is in black and white, and it has Tobey Maguire at his peak in Spider-Man, and then Cate Blanchett. But this movie sucked. This movie was long, tedious. I mean, it looked good because it was black and white, and I like black and white movies. But yeah, this, as the kids say, this didn't do it for me, dog. This will be going to trade. Next one up, this was another one that I hadn't seen since I'd seen it in the movies. And this was okay. The thing that saved it for me was Madeline Stowe, and that's Revenge. And this is a Tony Scott movie. Man, Madeline Stowe, what a stone cold fox she is. She's married to Anthony Quinn here. And Costner plays a former fighter pilot who falls in love with her, and it's really good. It's too long though. It's like 2 hours and 5 minutes. If this was like an hour and 40 minutes, this would have been good. They had to like really edit Tony Scott in this one, but they didn't. But it was a good revisit. I'll probably hold on to it to watch it again to see if I change my mind. But it's funny when you say change your mind because it depends on the kind of mood, the kind of day you're having, and that's how sometimes it affects, your movie watching. But this was, like I said, Madeline Stowe. Man, she is just a stone cold fox. This movie was really good. And this is another IFC movie. My buddy Patrick will like this. I think he picked this one up. As a matter of fact, I think he did. This was a really good, and this is dubbed. The only thing I hated about this was the old lady in it. I believe this is like a Norwegian kind of movie. And what's the guy's name? Gerard Liebman. Right here. Gerard Liebman. He plays what the hell is his character's name again? I forget his name, but he's like the lead guy, and he has a dog, and basically they go to this glacier here, and it's all cleaned up. When they see it, there's like ice ice and snow on it. Well, the next time he just like literally turns around, there's blood coming from the damn thing. And there's like, I don't want to spoil it for you, but this movie is really good. I highly recommend this one. Really good monster movie. But the only thing that pissed me off was the old lady in this, because I literally wanted to beat her up because she was so annoying. But check this one out. And the girl in that, what's her name? Lolita. Yeah, it's like a Norwegian Molchovich or something. She's very pretty. She was Gerard's girlfriend in this, or ex. This movie sucked. The Net 2, or the Net 2.0. I tried to like this, and this girl, Nikki Deloche, that's her name right there, Nikki Deloche, the lead character. Apparently she was in one of those girl bands in the late 90s and stuff. She can't act her way out of a paper bag. Boy, this was bad. This will be donated too. Next one up is The Maze. This was another one of from the Kino sale. I really like this movie. Richard Carlston, Veronica Hurst, and it's also they give you it has the art and stuff on it that you can change. Um, they give you an option that you can put it on 2D or 3D. I just kept it on regular TV because I don't have 3D glasses, but this was a really good flick. I really enjoyed this, and it's only an hour 28 minutes of your life too. Another good one. Never had seen this one before. The Icarus File with Sir Michael Caine. This is really good. It has a ton of special features I haven't gone through. I just watched the movie. It was from 1965. Really good movie. Please check this one out if you can. It's a spy thriller. Really good. Next one, I haven't seen this since like the late 70s when this came out on UHF. That's how long ago. And this is the front page with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. Jack Lemmon plays a newspaper columnist, and Walter Matthau is his boss. And Jack Lemmon falls in love with this girl, and they're going to move, of all places, to Philadelphia. And basically, Walter Matthau does everything to keep Lemon from moving because he's such a good writer. But this is a really cool ensemble cast, and a lot of the people that you see in Odd Couple and stuff are in this one. Vincent Gardenia, a young Susan Sarandon's in this. Alan Garfield, Charles Durning. This is a really good movie. It's a Billy Wilder film, of course. Another one that I used to watch in the 80s, especially the early 80s. This was always on Friday and Saturday nights, and this is called The Wildlife with Chris Penn. This was 1984, and this was like right after like the whole like Valley Girl thing started, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High in '82, and they were trying to keep up with the nicknames, and Chris Penn, if he says it once, he says it about 10 times. It's casual. It's casual. He was just trying to get that catchphrase. That's what I was looking for. Catchphrase. So this is a really good, and let me tell you, Leah Thompson, man, and the guy that she has an affair with, she works at a donut shop, and she's Eric Stoltz's ex-girlfriend, and the cop that she's having an affair with in this is Ellis Hart Bonacker from Die Hard. So every time I see him, he's got that like 80s porn stash going. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this one out. I watched it twice already, but you guys should check this one out. Next one, I only knew Steve McQueen from like a couple different movies, and I seen this one. This was a Western he did, and this was Nevada Smith with Steve McQueen. So I gotta check you guys gotta check this one out. This was really good. Highly recommend this one. And this has Carl Malden and Brian Keith and Suzanne Plachette, a young Suzanne Plachette. Next two are ones I had never seen before. I just got these. I'm totally colorblind, and my aunt bought me colorblind glasses. So I've been trying to watch like movies that were like highly like colorful and stuff again, so I can actually see the colors. And I picked up Angry Birds a couple months ago, and I finally watched this. Man, the vibrant colors in this is like really good. The movie's okay. I'm not the who's the star in this? I think Jonah Hill's in this. I seriously don't remember. I know Jason Sudeikis is in it. Oh, Josh Gad. Yeah, I like Josh Gad and Tony Hale's in this, but this was a really good one. And then after I watched that, I watched Angry Birds 2. I had fun with this one too. So, and I think they're making a third version of it. And my final two, I rewatched it again. I still, my complaint on this one, The Covenant with Jake Gyllenhaal. My thing is, I'm not a big Jake Gyllenhaal fan. I think they could have gotten a stronger lead, like Chris Pratt or something. I still liked it. Guy Ritchie did a great movie. I'm a big fan of Guy Ritchie and his movies. So, but yeah, I will keep this because part of the Guy Ritchie collection. But I watched it twice and it didn't get any better for me the second viewing. But it was okay. And the final one that I watched physically was a movie that Mr. Dan, I'll leave a link below for Mr. Dan, and this was Hell's 5 Hours with Vic Morrow. This was a really good movie. Really recommend this one. It takes place at like a nuclear, like 3 Mile Island kind of thing. And Vic Morrow's a disgruntled, there's Vic Morrow right there. He's a disgruntled employee who got fired. So basically it's the top suspense story of the nuclear age. And basically what happens is he straps a bomb and he kidnaps I can't remember what the guy's name is. Of course, this is dark. Stephen McNally, he plays Mike, and he kidnaps his wife and son, and they have 5 hours to drain the reactor where he's going to bomb and put it into another storage facility. So they have to stall him for 5 hours. And then you get your bunch of, people like they want to be John Wayne and just try to kill him. And, they get killed. And, but this movie, I really highly recommend. It was, I'm not advertising for him, but I shop there all the time. Hamilton book. This is really worth the $5 they're asking for it. This was a really good movie. I highly recommend this one. So that's it. That's all the movies that I've watched physically for the last couple weeks. I have a whole crap load of other ones that I will be doing on. I'll have a list. I'm going to print out a list of ones that I've watched on Tubi and YouTube. But these are the physical ones. So what you think? Did I watch any good ones or did I watch any bad ones? And so like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll be back with another video soon. I want to do my top 25 movies of summer. Miranda, I'll leave her link below. Check out her video on that. So I'm going to leave my top 25. I might do it right after this video. So if I'm in my Bailey shirt, hug like a champ. Yes, I do clean. So, all right, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.